Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us at this particular discussion. Honored to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you had a lovely stay.
Fantastic.
How's the experience of XLRI?
It's a nice campus. It's a very nice campus. I got a chance to take a tour last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it's very pretty.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have a few questions
Sure.
to understand your journey so far. What is the vision that you have in mind? So we're going to move into that conversation. I would really look forward to your insights on the same. So I'll start with the first question. Your career spans nearly 2 decades across startups and large enterprises, each with its own unique challenges. What has been the most rewarding part of scaling a business in such varied areas, domains?
Sure. I think interesting question. And both the setups have its own set of challenges, and the rewards are, accordingly manifested. The challenge or the rewarding part in the startup is the journey is very fast.
Mhm.
The learning is very fast. I mean, you have to be nimble, you have to be agile, you have to move very fast depending upon what the market is throwing at you. And the approach there is growth at not any cost, but you just need to have the growth mindset, right? You need to grow the
Fast
business.
paced.
Yeah, fast pace. You churn out products quickly.
Yeah.
You take them to market quickly. You are happy to take feedback, change the products, go back again. Perseverance.
Agility.
You just driven, right, with that
Yes.
with that thought, vision, purpose of
Yes.
making an impact, scaling something.
Right.
So that's the journey there. It comes with its own set of learning, and then you move to a large organization which has its set processes, structure, which drives the organization. Brand
Yeah.
becomes more important than an individual.
Legacy.
Legacy is there, so it's more structured. The great part is it gives you that comfort to drive business. It gives you that space, stability to run at your own pace. At the same time, the process is fairly strong. The guardrails are defined, and you need to work within those guardrails.
Right.
And so the challenge there is different. The learning there is different.
But what has been the most rewarding side? Like, what did you find more rewarding amongst the two, if I had to?
I think it's not about either or. It's more about what you take away from each of those experiences. I think personally for me, both the experiences have been fairly rewarding. I could, from Mettl or my previous organization, I could grow with the organization. Both the organizations grew very fast. I was lucky to be in the right place at the right time, and I grew with the organization. With Mercer, buying out Mettl, I've been lucky to be part of this huge shift,
Right.
where it's a much larger global business, big part of Marshall Mettl, and the network that these large organizations have, right? From we have our colleagues sitting out of 40 odd countries where we are selling metal products right now. The reach it gives you, the access to client it gives you. So the learning, I mean, both of them are equally rewarding in a different sense. Though.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it get overwhelming at times?
No, I think it's okay. It's okay.
You got it.
Initially, a bit yes, because it's a change of space for you.
Right.
So initially, it's trying to figure out, is this the right way to do certain things? At times, there's lack of information, so you try and figure out things. But over a period of time, it settles down.
Yeah. Makes sense. That sounds fulfilling for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the next question I have for you. At Mercer Mettl, your focus is on leveraging technology. Using that, you must have transformed client experiences in multiple different ways. What excites you most about the future of HR tech, the future of ed tech, and how do you see your role in shaping that evolution?
Sure. So Mettl, I think, is a 12, 13-year-old organization which is fairly new, very early in its growth journey, right? While from a startup standard benchmarks, I think we are a mature organization. But from any large organization standard, we are still growing, right? We have not been able to achieve everything we want to achieve. So we want to do a lot more, both in EdTech and HR Tech. HR Tech being the focus area for us. So there's a lot of things that we have already planned in the next few years that we want to do in terms of what value we take to the clients, what new products we come out with, what impact we can create for them. But with AI coming in, I think it gets a little more exciting. The changes that we foresee that will happen are fairly huge. We are all, while we speak, there are a lot of places where we're integrating AI internally to make sure that we become more nimble, more agile. And at the same time, how do we deliver more value to the client at whatever cost that we're delivering at? How do we become more impactful? I think AI for next few years will make it a little more exciting in terms of, say, industry benchmarks, or in terms of insights for their clients, in terms of some processes for our education clients. I think AI will play a huge role.
I think AI has been the buzzword in today's world. How much do you feel that AI has affected life, and how much do you think AI will affect?
See, for us, I think it's not new for us.
Right.
We already have products which were powered by AI, if I may say. Our proctoring stack works on computer vision. It's been there for, I think, 8 to 10 years. Our speech and automated spoken English evaluator has been there for at least 4 to 5 years, which works on speech. So we have already invested a lot in AI. I think we were one of the early adopters or early users of AI. So in terms of our journey, I think we knew what AI can do. We've been harnessing that. Now with ChatGPT, LLMs, and other tools being there, I think the pace at which it will start impacting work would change multifold. That's what I'm saying. The change will be much bigger now.
Right.
The cost of technology is coming down, and it has to come down, and that's a great part of technology, right? The cost comes down drastically in a few years. With AI to DeepSeek, I think the cost has come down by
yes.
It has become 1/10, right?
Yeah.
In next few years, it will become further lesser. For the technology to get integrated more with all the processes and organizations. So I think next few years will be very exciting.
How far do you think in the journey of achieving its potential in terms of applying AI in processes? How far in that journey?
It's very early.
Very early.
Very early. Right? I mean,
do you feel the fear is justified?
Fear
of what it could do, replacing jobs, so on and so on? Or is it too early to?
So I don't think it will replace jobs, or I would rather say it will create new jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with any new disruptive technology that comes in, some changes happen. There was fear when computer came in, there was fear when internet came in, there's fear when AR, VR came in, and there's fear even now. To some extent it's justified. But while it probably take away certain jobs, but it will also create a lot of new jobs.
So it's not a reason to stop.
It's not a reason to stop it, because it will make our life more productive, it will make our life much more efficient, and I think it's the onus is an individual for him or her to, adopt this technology, upskill, and be ready for the change.
Right.
I mean, the change will happen. You and I can't stop it.
That's true.
The change will happen.
And I think the future is about more agility,
Absolutely.
Faster adoption of what's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the next question I have. So your ability to scale startups and guide them towards successful exits is inspiring. So what mindset or principles that have helped you consistently identify and nurture the high impact opportunities?
So it's not me, it's always teamwork, right? I'm not the only one who's driving or scaling up this startup.
But it must be something, you're the common factor.
No, I'm not the common factor. I've been lucky enough to be part of teams which could do that.
Right.
And to answer your question, it's just if you have right set of people around you, then magic happens, right? I mean, coincidence, I've been part of 2 startups and both of them saw successful exit. But I think the success was primarily because of the team, the people that were there, people I worked or reported into my peer group, or people who reported into me. I think I was lucky to have a great set of people around me. And in startup, it's just the common purpose, right? I mean, growth at
Yeah.
whatever pace you can have.
Right.
Uh,
And the people matters the most.
Yeah, you want to create an impact. You want to be part of that story that
Right.
kind of creates an impact.
Right.
You get acquired or get listed.
Right.
Multiple outcomes that could be there. But that common purpose of making an impact kind of drives you. And if you have right set of people around with you, I think that helps. So I think if you believe in the product and if you have right set of people and you can work with people around you, I think you'll do okay.
If you had to rank which is more important, the people or the product, would you be able to?
I don't think you can have an either or answer here, right? I mean, only people without a product cannot scale up anything, right? And if it's a great product but shitty people around you, so you need to have.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I didn't choose the product or I didn't choose the people, right? I was just lucky enough to be part of those organizations where there was a great product and amazing set of people, and we could scale up.
Lovely. That sounds wholesome again for a reason. The next question I have for you. You did talk about people, hence teams. So building high-performing teams in a fast-paced industries, it's not an easy feat. Yet you have done it time and again. So any leadership philosophies that you follow or you try to imbibe in the people or the people who are following you or the people who are reporting to you, any philosophies that you like to tell them time and time again that helps them also grow personally and professionally?
I don't know if it's a philosophy or something, but see, when you hire somebody to work with you, right, there are cases where you get a team, right, but there are situations where you hire somebody. I think you hired somebody for a reason. Then let him or her do his or her job, right? Sure. Give him or her that platform to create an impact.
The freedom.
Freedom, create an impact. Build that accountability. You can't just give freedom without accountability, right? I mean, you have to be accountable for the actions and whatever outcome that is being discussed. Equip the person with all the tools, knowledge that is required, and then let them do their job. Step back. As a manager or as a leader, your job is just to help them, right?
Has it always worked out?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Mostly, I mean that's how I've worked with my teams, and it's worked okay for me till now. Yeah, and the second aspect is, that's about the team, and second is your peer group as well. I think you have to be collaborative there. There is obviously some level of competition, which is the underdog, but if you can collaborate with your peer group more, the results are, you get results much quicker. I think it's kind of worked for me till now. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Collaboration in today's world, without collaboration, it's not possible to build something impactful or be able to create an impact whatsoever. You just mentioned team, also product. Everyone's working together to actually make something happen. Makes sense. The next question I have for you. Balancing financial discipline with innovation is a challenge many leaders face. How have you mastered the art of driving profitability while ensuring teams stay motivated to push their boundaries?
So I've not mastered anything. It's still work in progress. But see, for any organization, it's return on capital for an investor, right?
Yeah.
I invested $100. What do I get in return? And your role is to maximize it for the stakeholders. So at any point of time, it's where do you invest, right? I mean, that's a question. While everybody wants to do innovative work, everybody wants to have a huge R&D department, churn out mind-boggling products which can shape the world, but that doesn't happen, right? And these are fairly cost capital intensive efforts. So I think the call that you need to make is what is that right amount that you want to set aside for innovation. Because while you do innovation that gives you competitive advantage, and that's more of a mid to long term play. There's also short term play where every quarter you need to hit on numbers.
Yes,
right? You need to deliver what you promised to your clients. So it's a fine balance that you have to maintain. We are trying to find that balance as we speak. It's not easy, and every organization, every leader would have their own set of criteria how to define where the line is. But then, as a group, again, I'm saying, as a group, it's not my call alone, but as a group, we come together, we discuss what are the right areas to invest in, we discuss how much to innovate, what are the timelines, what are the success metrics for those for that innovation, and then we kind of are invested in that. Then we support that, right? We keep that aside and we focus. Part of the organization focuses on.
Many leaders, they tend to have a slight bias either towards profitability or towards innovation. So do you feel that sort of a bias comes to your mind at any given point, or is it the metrics that keep these things in check?
It's obvious, right? And it also depends on the culture of the organization.
Right, exactly.
It also depends on how the organization has been growing, what the future looks like, what kind of profitability you are driving. Right? If I'm at a very low profitability, I might not be focused too much on innovation. I'll be saying, let's first improve profitability and then move some money there. Right? I mean, every organization would have different culture, different criteria, different growth journey, different stage of maturity. So there's no right and wrong answer to it.
Do you have a personal bias towards one?
No, I think there has to be a right balance between both of them. My definition of balance could be different from yours, could be different from somebody else. But it has to be a balanced approach.
Fair. Interesting. The next question I have for you. So your journey has been in strategy, operations and customer success, and you have done quite well in that remark. So what are the most valuable skills that you would expect in management students, or you feel the industry expects in management students in terms of their future career trajectory?
Sure. I think you need to have a few hard skills, right? And you have to be good at it. There's no question about it, right? I mean, if you're a finance student or a marketing student, you have to be good at finance or marketing or sales or HR, whatever function that you are working, you have to be good at it. That's one. Two, because you're a management student, and more often than not, you'll be in a role where you have to work with a lot of stakeholders. Last team reporting to you or work with a lot of stakeholders. So you've got to build that skill to work with people. You like it or don't like it, I mean, that's something, it's not in your control, but you'll eventually work with a lot of people. So your ability to work with people, stakeholders is paramount. And third, I think, I'll say it's as important as first two, is your ability to make sense of a situation and try and solve that problem. You cannot be a part of problem. You always have to be a part of solution. Right?
How do you evaluate that in candidates when they're meeting?
You can't. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that from a point of view of an interview. I am saying that as an individual, your journey should at least strive to be always on the right side of the problem. Right? You have to be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Right.
If you do that, I think you'll have a good journey.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's more or less all the questions.
That's it?
Yes. I hope I didn't take too much of the time.
You're perfect. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
Lovely meeting you, and it's an honor, sir.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.